Yeah, I think looking at most of the squads, like I said, there has been a real big turnover, and like I say, you do usually get the 3 or 4, or maybe even 2 or 3 signings per team. But yeah, like I said, this year everyone's probably signing like 6, 7, 8 players. So yeah, I think it'll be good for the game. Obviously, some of the what would probably classed as lesser teams have made some probably high-profile signings. You'd probably say so. I think it's going to be a real competitive season, from 1 to 14, and I'm sure there'll be a few shocks along the way.
Yeah. Difficult to predict how some games are going to go now as a consequence of it, whereas perhaps in the past some people have felt they can go to a game and know who's going to win.
Yeah, I totally agree with that one. I think, like you say, there's probably some teams where you'd probably look and say, well, that's 2 points for them and that's 2 points for them. But yeah, with the turnover in sides now, in players, it's probably is going to be one of them. I'm not sure about that result. So yeah, I think it'll make for a real good year.
Is there anybody that sort of has stood out over the pre-season for making signings that you kind of think they could be a dark horse this time around?
I think everyone's kind of pointed at the obvious with Salford. I think that the squad they've assembled has been it's been a revelation really. But yeah, I think obviously Salford will probably be looking to go pretty well, and I think Hull have made a lot of signings. I think they could be, I know they've pushed on the last couple of years anyway with their appearance in the Challenge Cup as well. I think they're going to be one of the sides to look out for, and I think if Cass can keep everyone fit, and I think they could be a strong side, especially at home. They've always been a good home side anyway, but I think they'll really pick up again this year, and they'll probably look to take some of that form to away games as well.
Yeah. First up though is Saints, and they've made some high profile signings as well, Steph. But thankfully you're not going to have to face Mozzie Masu first game.
Well, Samoa were knocking around at our training base in the World Cup, and yeah, he's a big man to say the least. But yeah, they've made some good signings, especially in the forwards. I think they're looking to kind of dominate, forwards wise this year, and some of the players that they've signed are real good signings. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. They've got a couple of half-backs on, who'll be playing on the back of a big forward pack, and yeah, I'm sure they'll be, after the last couple of years with not winning any trophies, I'm sure they'll be looking to get back to their winning ways this year.
Yeah, and your first away trip will be Leeds. They're one of the few who have not made quite as many signings. They don't seem to make many changes any particular year, Leeds.
No, Leeds are one of the clubs where they only make 1 or 2 signings anyway, and they tend to be good signings. And you look at the players that they have signed, the real good players. Paul Ayton was, last year was probably one of the standout players in Super League, and no disrespect to Wakefield, but he was playing at one of the lower clubs, so I think he's a real good signing. Obviously, we've all seen what Tom Briscoe can do, and what a good winger he is. So yeah, I think, like I said, you don't tend to make many signings anyway, but the signings they have made are real quality, and I'm sure it's only going to strengthen them up.
Yeah.